Let's take a closer look at Yoda's Jedi Starfighter from the Microgalaxy Squadron line by Jazwares.
Varykino, living the Star Wars life.
Hello there, and welcome back to the Varykino YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be taking a closer look at Yoda's Jedi Starfighter from the Microgalaxy Squadron line by Jazwares. We're a big fan of this line, and so we're definitely keen to add as many of these vehicles to our collection as we can. This Jedi Starfighter is part of Series 2, and it is Yoda's Jedi Starfighter as seen in the Clone Wars animated series. It doesn't show up a lot, and it isn't seen in the live action films like some of the other Jedi Starfighters are, like Obi-Wan's. So it's a little lesser known, and I think that may be contributing to the fact that it is unfortunately a peg warmer vehicle here locally for us. Most of the other vehicles have disappeared off the shelf, but it seems that the battle damaged TIE and this one are the ones that are lingering, this one in particular, unfortunately. But I still think it's a cool vehicle, and I'm definitely keen to get it out and take a closer look. So before I open it up, I'm just going to take a little bit of a finer look at the packaging. Of course, we have the large bubble here with the vehicle. We have a little insert showing how the figure fits inside the cockpit. We have a small little Yoda and an R2-D2 figure here. We have the number. This one here is number 32. You can see this one is not a chase, nor it is part of the launch edition. No foil stickers here on the front. Behind the packaging, we can see a bit of a sort of droid fighter scene there in the back. And on the back, we've got some more details. We've kind of got this blueprint pattern here that you can cut out and keep if you want. It's got a collectible blueprint. We tend to try and keep our backing cards intact. Here it shows some of the movable features. Looks like R2 comes out. There might be a button to press. Gonna have to check that out. And it looks like the panels on the wings do open up. We've got a little bit of a perhaps landing gear displayed there, and we can see some of the other vehicles from this series too. We can see the battle damaged TIE, and then these ones are the chase vehicles. We have Hera's A-Wing and Sabine's decorated TIE fighter from Rebels. Those are very cool. If you are a fan of that TIE fighter, do check out our other videos, as we have an unboxing of that one there for you guys to watch as well. And then on the bottom, we just have some standard copyright information there. So standard packaging, very similar to other similar sized vehicles from the Microgalaxy Squadron line. So let's jump in and open it up. Okay, so now I've got the package open, so let's get the figure and the vehicle out so we can take a closer look. Okay, we can see the backing card nice and clear there. We can see we've got a Jedi Starfighter. It looks like Obi-Wan's there with some battle droid ships there. Very cool. Clone Wars are inspired. Just going to pop that there in the back. The front insert, just with the foil text there. A little bit of a continuation there. I like that they've got all these kind of scenes. If you want to display them on a shelf, you can sort of cut these out and make a bit of a backdrop there. So we've got the figures in these fun little plastic trays. I always like these. So a good way to store them if you don't want to like accidentally lose them, or you don't really bother putting them in the vehicle. So we've got R2-D2 and Yoda. I'm just going to put those to the side, and let's jump in and see how easily this one pops out. Oh, nice and easy. Cool. Okay, so as we can see, this is a pretty small vehicle compared to some others in the range, but of course that's very fitting. Yoda doesn't need a big starfighter. So let's take a look at some of the features there. So on the bottom, the box seemed to show little landing gear. Okay, they lift up nice and easy. Let's see. Okay, scooping in there. Okay, so let's see. Yep, that stands up pretty well. That's quite cute. So we've got these little feet and a little silver one there in the back. That's nice. Okay, let's see how easily. Okay, they just flick open. Nothing too tricky there. Also nice and opening there. They fold in quite easily and open nice and easily. They don't really sort of click. Just nudging them, they kind of close again. But they are they look quite cool. So they do rest on these points when you put it down, but it doesn't sort of close them up or anything like that. So that's quite cool. You can see the symbols there on the side. They look pretty tidily, like a sort of a decal. No sort of weathering there to muddy them up. They look very tidy. Same with the Galactic Republic logo there on the cockpit. And again, on this side there, we've got the black Galactic Republic sort of cog and sort of like a funny little green, I guess that's a bit of a Yoda symbol there on the side of the wings, and the same green as the main cockpit. We can see sort of on the inside, there is a textured sort of striped grey panel there. It's a little bit hard to show. See if I can get that one to sort of show up there. It's textured, painted, looks nice and tidy. And again, on the other side in there. It's a little bit hard to get the camera to focus on the inside, but I'll have some photos in our blog post to try and show some of that detail there. It doesn't look like there's these little sort of silver, I don't know, sticks, for want of a better word, in here. These don't seem to move or anything like that. They're just sort of sculpted on. I would be careful you don't sort of knock that end, because it's not rubbery. I guess you could snap that if you're a little bit rough with that. But honestly, I think the bulk of these are going into the hands of collectors rather than playing. But yeah, if you sort of knock that down, you might damage those ends. Tidy painting on the back there. I like this one in that it doesn't have the wash that some of the other vehicles have. I like the clean effect on this one, actually. So I guess now is the time to take a look at the figures. We can see the spot there for an astromech and the cockpit, where we're going to see how easy it is to get Yoda inside. So let's take a look at the little figures. I love these little cases. They're always quite fun. So these aren't very big at all. So the paint, oh, Yoda just popped out. The painting on them is fairly simple, as you would expect for something of this scale. So see if I can get the Yoda to focus, because he is tiny. And unlike some of the other figures in this range, he does not have leg articulation. I think he's just a bit too short, but his arms do go up there in a pose. On the back, we can see he's got a little hood on his robe. Just a sort of a classic little Yoda figure. Tidy paint job, green face and hands. The rest of it is kind of beige and brown for his robes there. So I'll pop him down there. And R2-D2. Mostly white, silver dome with some simple blue details. Not too detailed there on the front, just that one main blue box and a little blue stripe on each leg. And the top of his dome and kind of his face there in blue. No painted details on the back, but the sculpting is pretty good. I can see all the details there. They're just not, I think it would just kind of muddy them to try and accent them with silver or blue or anything like that. So I think they read quite well, especially considering that he is designed to go inside. So all you're really ever going to see is his dome, and he fits in there quite nicely. He won't even sort of fall out. It's not clipped in there, but he just kind of fits in there with a little bit of tension. So that's quite cute. He fits in there nicely. So let's see how easy it is to get this cockpit open. Okay, nice and easy. Wasn't a struggle. Some of these ones you really got to fight with your fingernail to sort of get under there and open them up. But that one opened up pretty nicely. So we can see that there is a seat with a little bit of sort of like a clip around it to hold a figure in, so that they don't sort of fall out, I guess, while they're on display. I'm wondering how easy that is to get Yoda in there. This cockpit opens up a little bit better there. So let's go see how easy it is to put Yoda in here. This could be interesting. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, this is going to be one of those ones where you might want tweezers or something. How is he going to fit in there? Okay. It's going to be a tight fit, honestly. Oh, is he in there? Nearly? Kind of? I'm going to have to wriggle him in a little bit there. You can see I've kind of got him in there behind the clips. He's kind of facing sideways a little bit. Okay, there. Got him in. Okay. Not too bad. I kind of like the fact that there are like little, I guess they're like arms, but it kind of clips him there in place. So when he's got his arms up, he fits in there quite tightly. So when we close that canopy, we can just make him out in there. I know the lighting's a little bit dark all the way in there, but I can, with my eyes, I can see him quite clearly inside that cockpit. So that's all quite cool. And then if I just flick these, the landing gear doesn't kind of snap closed. It kind of wants to fold back in when I'm sorting this out. And there we have Yoda and R2-D2 in the Yoda Jedi Starfighter. So like I said, kind of small, but I think the features are there. Tidy paint, fits the figure quite well in the cockpit. It all looks quite nice. So for now, I'm just going to do a little bit of a comparison with the other Jedi Starfighter from the range that I have opened so far. This is Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, as we see it in Attack of the Clones with his hyperdrive ring. So we can see that there is a pretty big size difference. These are not supposed to be in scale. Well, not the same size, I should say. In scale, but not the same size. Yeah, they've both got astromechs. We can see that one there, R2 and this one. I'm just going to take this one off the hyperdrive ring. This one is always a bit nerve-wracking. It's quite a tight fit on this one. So the thing that I wish that this one's got feet. I can't remember which way they come out. There and there. And this one. Okay, so now we can get a better sense of them together there. I think they look quite good. I really do wish that this one had a way of sitting properly with the hyperdrive ring. There really is no feet on this one. I think it's a shame because this really does add so much to that Starfighter. It does display so much better when you just put it on its feet there. So we can see these two Jedi ships together, and I think they look really fun. You can see what I mean about the weathering. You can see that Yoda's Starfighter is clean, no weathering, and Obi-Wan's has this kind of this muddy wash to it, which really does give quite a different effect. I guess if you want this one to look a little bit more beaten up, you can add a wash of your own if you're game. I'm fine with them just the way that they are. I think it's a shame this one is a peg warmer. Perhaps it's the price point for the size that is putting people off, because I think the vehicle in itself is really quite cute. I think it works really well. And I want to eventually have a whole lot of Jedi Starfighters. I know there is Ahsoka's in the range, and I hope to see more. I am especially wanting Anakin's modified Jedi Starfighter that is seen in the Clone Wars micro series with those big engines and that sort of cool blue striped paint. They have done some of the sort of micro series paint jobs on the Republic gunship as a variant, so I'm really crossing my fingers that they do that really cool blue Anakin Starfighter from the micro series. But that's it for my review of this Yoda's Jedi Starfighter. I think it is really cute. I think the features are all there. It's nice and tidy. I think it's, for me, it was like, you know, a must-have to round out my collection. But perhaps if there are a few on sale at your store, that would be a good one to grab on sale, because it is quite small for the packaging size, really. But yeah, I'm very happy to have it as part of our Micro Galaxy Squadron collection. We'll have closer up photos in the blog that we'll have up shortly, because this one is small. There's lots of little fine details to appreciate up close that is hard to show on video sometimes, but I think it's really cute. Thank you so much for watching. If you like Star Wars collectibles and Micro Galaxy Squadron, check out our other videos for lots of other Star Wars unboxings. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next video, and may the Force be with you.
If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, check out our other videos, and subscribe for alerts about new uploads. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.